Welcome to another episode of Men That Barbecue. I'm Jono Temple, and today we'll be making smoked, shredded chicken sliders. So we're just gonna make our seasoning up and get these all seasoned up and then into our Weber Smoky Mountain. So first we're gonna start up with some ground chili powder. We're gonna put 1/3 of a cup. Powder in. Next we've got some brown sugar, another 1/3 of a cup, 1/4 of a cup of salt, 1/4 of a cup of black pepper, 2 tablespoons of mustard powder, 2 tablespoons of some ground cumin, tablespoon of garlic powder, tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of paprika, which I left inside. I'll go get that just now. And lastly, tablespoon of ground cayenne pepper. I'm gonna go grind all of this together and I'll show you how we season up our whole chickens and get them onto the Weber. Welcome back. So we just got all my seasoning into our little shaker and we can start seasoning our chickens. Got my chickens nice and butterflied. I'm gonna apply a light layer of olive oil spray just to help our rub stick to it nice and tough, so we get a nice crust over this meat. Now I'm just gonna start shaking on my rub. A nice generous amount. And these are now ready for the smoker, which is at about 100 degrees at the moment. We're just gonna wait for it to get to 110, 230 Fahrenheit, and we'll make sure that these get on for a nice solid 4 hours. Today I'm gonna be spritzing my whole chickens with this Barbie-based garlic, lemon, and herb spray marinade. So we'll see how that goes. As a special treat, I will be making a blue cheese sauce that will go along with these on the slider buns, and I will get to showing you how we make that just right now. Welcome back. Our barbecue has finally reached 230 degrees Fahrenheit, 130 degrees Celsius. So it is time to get our whole chickens onto the smoker. So today I'll be using both levels. So I'll be taking out my top grill using my heat-proof gloves. Get my chickens on. Close the lid up. Now I'm gonna leave these for an hour. Now, guys and girls, when smoking, make sure the biggest trick is that you don't want to be seeing gray smoke come from your chimney. You want nice, clean smoke, clear. As you can see with mine, mine's not even smoking at all, but it's because you're running a clean fire. If it's ever gray, dark, dirty smoke, that's a dirty fire, and your meat will always taste bitter no matter what you do to it. So we'll check back in an hour to see how these are doing. I'll do a close-up now to show you what it looks like on the barbecue. Now, let's get onto our blue cheese sauce for our slider burgers, and I'll show you how we make them just perfect. That's getting hot. So I'm just gonna add a tablespoon of butter. Oh, a little too much. One whole onion or diced up nicely, nice and fine. Just gonna let these caramelize so they're nice and transparent. And then I'm gonna add my garlic cloves, my 2 garlic cloves that I've crushed up. So people like to put different sauces on their shredded smoked chicken burger. I like blue cheese just because it's a bit more classical, but you can always use ranch dressing if you want, or some mayonnaise, even tahini sauce I've seen. Our onions are looking nice and clear. Just adding our flour in. I'm gonna mix this so the flour becomes one with the onions. Now, slowly I'm gonna add a cup of milk. Gradually adding it. Till it's all done. Leave this on a high heat till it starts to boil, and then reduce it down to let it reduce down to a nice saucy consistency. Our sauce is now nice and reduced, so we can add our final tablespoon of white wine that I am pouring in right now. Get that nice and mixed together. Next, we will be adding our blue cheese, crumples of it. As you can see, I'm placing it in nice and easy, letting it melt by the heat of the sauce. Getting as much as I can without it tasting too much like exactly blue cheese. And then finally, a little bit of pepper for seasoning. White pepper it is, I believe. And lastly, some salt. And that is how you finalize a blue cheese sauce. Mix it all together, give it one last big stir, and that's it completed. I'll show you how it looks with a close-up as I'm eating it. Now it is time to spray these chickens. They've been on for about an hour now. They're looking a little bit crispy on the top, very moist though. As you can see, there's a puddle in the middle of the bird with the thermometer in it. And I just will spray these up. Make sure I get underneath as well. That's important because that's getting the direct heat that's coming from the bottom, even though this is a non-direct heated barbecue. And we'll just spray them like that. And it's time to let these keep cooking for another hour before I check them again. I'm just gonna cover them up quickly and let these cook the rest of the way through. In total, I left these for 2.5 hours before I pulled them off, and now it's time to let them rest for 2 minutes and wrap them in foil and get them back on. Now to wrap these beautiful birds. So I place it onto my foil. I like to spray a little bit of my moisture before I put the bird on so the foil is nice and wet. Like to have a little bit of extra moisture in there, just wrapping over. Make sure you do at least 2 layers of foil because you don't want any holes in it so all our juices fall out. That would be a catastrophe. Now I've got the second bird, and here I'll make sure to show you how I spray on it a little bit before using my marinade, my garlic herb marinade. Finally, fold off at the top, get the sides bent over. I found it easier doing one continuous foil, and that's how you do it. Oh, so these are at 176 Fahrenheit, so it's time to take them off. Just take out the thermometer. I'll show you what they look like all shredded up just in a second. Thanks for joining me for that cook. Now it's time to open up and see what we've made. So I'll just get this foil all opened up. You can see our beautiful, moist, whole chicken. Let's make this pulled chicken burger. Got our chicken, place it on top, a bit of skin for some flavoring, our lovely blue cheese sauce, and that is our little slider. We'll give it a little taste. Wow, the blue cheese sauce really makes this meal. If I have to recommend for anyone to do this, I would definitely recommend to do so. Very easy cook, not a lot of preparation, and it tastes really good. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe down below. DM me on Instagram if you have any ideas for what you would like to see me cook, or email me at mendatbarbecue@gmail.com. Bye for now.